Page 7. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, to attend and destroy the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, you completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcend and destroy the glorious, conquer the subdue the Shakti clan. I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcend and destroy the one gone beyond, the foe destroy the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, who got to know the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcend and destroy the glorious, conquer the subdue the Shakti clan. I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcend and destroy the one gone beyond, the foe destroy the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcend and destroy the glorious, conquer the subdue the Shakti clan. I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the one gone to vastness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly, this is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protectors' hearts, to tip of this fresh, pure white, heaped, girt by cloud, O Tsongkhapa, Dharma's omniscient King, pray come to this place with your disciples, in space ahead on lion throne, lotus and moon, every merit feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your dharma kaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable Sangha's essential teachings specially shine forever. Big me se wei chen wei dream me kien pei wang po jan pel tu kung ma lu jung song wei dong che ke pei su kien so ka lo san dra pei sha so what. Oh, glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Belch Mountain, together with the great assembly of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Shara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Shara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child lineage train wish to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Akshitara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wish to engage in practice of profound perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the entrance of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form, not other than things. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like the soul phenomena, are empty, without characteristics, that is, they are not produced and announced. They have no defilement and no separation from the common. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no eye element and so forth up to no mind element and no element of consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path. No exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of perfect and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequal mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false to be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Akshitara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child, the lineage so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Akshitara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places, Dakinis. Tayata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhiso. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewels each, may all inside of negativity such as the four Mars be stopped. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shanti, Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. Auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here right now. Sashi Poki Yukshing Meto Tramri Irabling Shi Nidegen Pari Sangye Jing Soki Chonama Jantu Badu Jagi Jaksuchi Dagi Chonen Kipe Sonam Chola Pencha Sange Drupa Sho Chola Soki Chonama Jantu Badu Jagi Jaksuchi Dagi Chonen Kipe Sonam Chola Pencha Sange Drupa Sho Chola Soki Chonama Jantu Badu Jagi Jaksuchi Dagi Chonen Kipe Sonam Chola Pencha Sange Drupa Sho.
Good evening. How are you guys? Good. How's your day? Long day? It's nice, right? Good. Okay. What else? What we do? Anyway, it's wonderful. We all come together to study and meditation and practice for purpose to daily life. Short goal is purpose daily life. The further goal is to achieve enlightenment. Therefore, I think we do all of a little bit knowledge about Buddha's teaching, but we don't realization any knowledge or any quality because we don't practice. Right? We do practice, we read a lot of books, we say we read mantras, okay, I have to 200 malas every day. I have to recite this place, the sadhana. We do practice that, but we do not do meditation to realization some of the knowledge. Right? Practice means usually the ultimate practice to meditation and thought to realization, there are different kinds, minds. But we say practice means to recite some number of the mantra, recite some text or some what we call sadhana. You know, this is when you recite the mantra, also we should, not you, we should, meditation to the any deity's mantra. We should meditation that deity, like we say Oman Peme Ho, not just Oman Peme like that. We should meditation for the Avalokiteshvara. When we recite the sadhanas, also it shows to how to meditation to all the different parts of the deity. Then we recite, we can say, okay, I'm going to recite for the Kurukulla Lama Tsongkhapa. It's good. That time also this is the main thing to several limbs practice. We should do, or we should thinking that way, not just recite finish. When we recite 21 praise Thara, also we should, think about the power of the Thara or benefit of the we recite Thara practice. Right? Therefore, we do Guru Puja. They have also 7 limbs practice, then 6 perfections. Before they also lam-rim, all the parts there. When we do the medicine Buddha puja also they have with sublime practice to pray different each medicine Buddha. Usually we should this like meditation, but we don't have time to meditation. To just try to finish the prayers, right? Okay, now we going to the foundation of Guru quality. I think we are going to next 2 weeks then finish. Then we're going to start with 70 topics. Next 2 weeks. Then 70 topics is not easy. If we explain but like something like word by word, then we never finish. It's talk about all kind of persons,
Perfection.
All the perfection.
Perfection.
Yeah, the whole, the monks study like 6 years. 6 years perfection. Therefore, we're not going to like details, but even just we can count the numbers. There are so many numbers. Okay, this is the people next. After 2 weeks, we need to start that. Then you can get ready. You can get ready the book. Also, we go to the homeworks. Then try to get. Even you just know the numbers. Maybe who really study? Devra, you did? I think you did, right? Did you do? Morning you did? You did? 70 topics. Did you did? You did? With Geshe Tsulga? Yeah. Yeah, Geshe will teach here, but it's not easy. Okay? This day we study for the foundation good quality. It is essence of the old Buddha's teaching. Essence of the lam-rim chamber. Therefore, we also meditation to verse. If you have time at your home, also try to meditation verse to verse. It's not difficult to understand. And therefore, then fourthly, Guru devotion, talk about Guru devotion. The second, perfect human rebirth. The third one talk about the dead impermanent, right? The third we talk about for the cause and effect. Then fourth one talk about how you say? Yeah, samsara. Then third one is another one is no, I don't know. Yeah, morality. Then next one is also like try to bodhicitta. Same is yours, ranya suso longwa chijinda, Therefore, the another one is even you have the realization bodhicitta, you need to 3 moralities, right? After that, how you call this? Concentration. Okay? After that, they talk about a little bit tantra, but we're not going to talk too details, just okay? Therefore, main thing is today also we're going to verse talk meditation, maybe 1 or 2 minutes each one. I already explain every day. I don't have to explain it all the time. Fourth, we serve them, merit feel. Always we need merit feel, right? Visualization front of you, big throne, above that Lama Tsongkhapa and 2 disciples around all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, also around you, also all the Mother Sentient beings. Then we visualization or recite then visualization, 3 times. Remember the first time, all the nectars come from all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. They all come all different directions. Before it hit you, they all mix together. Then they all dissolve your purify all your negative karmas, inside body, outside body, in your mind. Secondly, also the fourth one of Guru devotion. Particularly you create anything with your Guru or your teacher, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, that negative karma also purification, purify. Third one, then you think also the negative karma also it makes you up, all negative karmas are gone. Negative karma for the Buddha devotion, the gone, you purify, but you have not a negative karma, but the whole time you think, it gives me great Guru devotion. So imagine you
have generated the realization of Guru devotion.
Okay? We go to one by one, okay? Now in the fourth maybe you just a little bit relax, okay? Anyway, whatever you just try to relax your body, relax your mind, try to not moving. If you want to 2-3 times to breathing meditation, you can do also that. The text is page 119. If you have not you memorize. Okay, now we're going to recite fourth verse, page 119. The foundation of the qualities, the kind of Buddha,
by clear pleasing please bless me to I find him with great respect.
Now meditation, as I mentioned before, next, understanding that the perfect is free from this one.
Is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate a mind that ceasingly daily existence.
This love is as impermanent as the water bubble. Remember quickly to say
after death is just like the shadow follows the body. The results of black and white karma follow.
Next, finding from the division within this, please place compassion careful to build the isolation, negativities, isolation. Next, seeking samsara pleasure is fruit of the suffering.
Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation.
Next, led by this perfect
Mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The Buddha teaches is keeping the Brahmacharya vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice.
Next, just as I have fallen the tributes of I will summon the favors and praise.
Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings.
Next, even if I have a division with British body,
I will not achieve enlightenment.
enlightenment.
Please bless me to practice the Bodhisattva vows with great energy.
Okay. Okay. Now I can go back. Beginning to until here, can you do 1 minute to all combined? Okay. Howser, can you do that? Can you memorize the meaning without looking at the word? You can do that, right? Yeah. Therefore, try to memorize the meaning, not word. If you do words, good, but it's just the meaning. Okay, the first word talk about that. Second word talk about that. Third word talk. Then you can meditation that. Otherwise, you try to memorize the words, then you didn't see the word. You just, if you don't see the word, you don't have any idea of the meaning. Then when you recite the word, then you memorize the meaning, then you don't have to look the word. Okay? You can do that, right? Therefore, this is one way. Okay? Then, 아니 다 가서 샹주고 좀 깨서 다 가서 대방한서 랍사로 왔어. 곰 잡아야 다 샹주고 좀 깨 잡아야서 와.
And so last time we talked about generating bodhicitta, right? And how to the point where we generate bodhicitta. So we have already talked about that, and we already have generated bodhicitta now.
다 저도 참아 샹주 좀 말해야 돼요. 와.
So now you have all become bodhisattva, right?
Right? Really? 근데 다 샹주고 셈대야 깨받는데 배고 말았어. 샹주고 셈 고네 배고 그러고 대 고네 배워라 하는 가르쳐 버렸나? 샹주고 셈 고네 배야기 답시로 가르쳤나? 아니 텔라 아니 셈도 지서 트럼 남섬 라스 다 트럼 남바 섬 라소바 아니 간지 파시 tuknyamne shego 그래서.
And so once you have generated bodhicitta, you can't just leave it there. You have to increase it, right? So how do you increase it? By observing the three kinds of vows, right?
Okay. 아니 근데 파시 tuk 아니 란진 다와시베 파시 tuk 이제 다와시베 디빙 보셔서요.
And so you have to practice those 6 perfections, to subdue one's own mind, and 4 means of attracting the disciples to benefit others, right?
Okay? What is that Pajin today? What are the 6 perfections?
Generosity, morality, patience, effort, concentration, wisdom.
Everyone got it? Okay. That's the yang junto magawachi. That's the name kanji tingi nyamne de yawachi go res.
And so no need to go through that again. So you have to practice those 6 perfections well.
아니 대양 안에 다 nyamne zood sogo sem suzu go sem ka nyamne che go yorwa.
And so those are all done through the mind, right? It's all in the thought, done in the thought.
Okay? What is that ji la ane Pajin tu nyamne che ta ngado karna ane ta ngado shina na lamto do go yores.
And so after that, after the the first the 4 perfections, then you have to do the last 2 perfections, right? The perfection of concentration and perfection of wisdom. So the concentration, combines the practice of calm abiding.
아니 다 저도 듣는더라. One I have what is it? 듣지 좀 맞는 거더라. One 로비엘라 이와 시지 양도 돌아 서지 제 봐이. 신은 한도 선도 니들 잘 아시와 신jel로스.
So, and page 125, right? Once I have specified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight.
다리 된다 틀리고 나다 또 로비 람 예라다 심파 이와디 트이 시작하는 신내레스. 아니 된다 대마인베게 지금 남바 또 신조로 딱으로 저기 제바실로도 셔럽레스. 된다 아니 된제게 신내다 함도니 아니 다 신내게 아니 신내가니 심 예라 마여바치 디가니 예라 제바지베 아니 제답이도 셔럽니데 아니 수도 예라 제바신 제랍도 서서로
And so it says, once I have specified, so the mind that is specified, of the wrong objects or distracted objects, is the calm abiding, right? And then the mind that correctly analyzes the meaning, of the reality, is the special insight or wisdom. And so he's saying then you're requesting the Guru deity to bless you, to quickly generate that unified path of the calm abiding and special insight in your mind stream.
어디 식당 신에서 된 감도 싫어받아 남반이 터모벨라 냠내서 봤어.
So the practice of the calm abiding or concentration, is a common practice of both Buddhist and non-Buddhist practitioners.
봐. 텐디디 아니 짬두고서 나네 다 남비 주선 줘 봐. 아니 샘직에서 나나 타와도 비전도 어떤 용거에서 봐.
Sanghyuju.
마사지면서.
So if that kind of practice is conjoined with the with the refuge, then it becomes a Buddhist practice. If it's conjoined with the bodhicitta, then it becomes a cause to achieve full enlightenment.
어떤데다 안에 신의 맵바였나? 아니 동아제쇼 가르지 냠내 지는 것도 똑같이 도고 말했어.
And so without the calm abiding, there's no way one can generate any kind of realization of either sutra or tantra.
근데 출루서게 다 쳐도 냐야라 출루서게 쳐들루다 너도 그거로 대대치 받치잖아요. 아니 배세만 송도 왔어.
So it is said in the other texts that when you want to pour something into a container, you need to have the container, right? Without the container, how can you pour into it?
들어와. 오케이. 대치 다시 내서 되는 이 맛이. 다시 내 드벨라 세당도 사장와도 조상와스. 아니 나주쇼 여제 대생도 배잖아요. 다 된가서 싫어. 너라고 말was.
So then in order to achieve calm abiding, to obtain the realization of calm abiding, you need to depend on a conducive place and conducive friends and all other facilities or the conducive conditions that you need. Of course, it's very difficult for us to have all those conditions, conducive conditions, at this present moment, right?
그래서 다 간트르치 아니 제와 담배가 아니 또 진질랍샤자가 내 텐데 임반에 펜토고 있어 봤어.
And so the conducive place will be like a place where our former holy beings have been, and done the practice in that place, then that place becomes more conducive.
Okay. 다 된대 요지. 다 되니 다 신의 이 도부터 되니지나 간지 샘 려려 저와나 신의 야보 들어와 있나 아니 다와 쭉 늘었어도 와 당도 듣고야 말았어.
So if you have all these conducive conditions together, then you can achieve calm abiding like within 6 months. In 6 months' time, you'll be able to generate the realization of calm abiding.
다 된대 들어때 깨지네 실로는 깨지네 고야명이 듣고 있어라 사실 듣고 있어라.
So you need a very conducive place, like a place where there will be no distractions at all, not even a sound of anything. Where there will be no sound of anything at all. So then you can just pay attention to what you are concentrating on. Otherwise, there will be all other kinds of distractions coming into your mind. Then, of course, you will not be able to do, right? So there has to be a place where you don't hear any sound at all.
Yes.
Do you know what tinnitus is?
I don't know.
Like a ringing in your ear?
Uh-huh.
How do you focus on it, ignore it, what?
You just ignore that. What that comes. Whatever comes, just ignore that. Really? It's happened? Really happened?
Yeah, ringing in the ear. Yeah.
Why? Why? Why they have?
Oh, it's just a condition. Yeah. They don't know the cause.
It's a disease, right? It's kind of a huh? Condition.
Yes. Like you're listening to a seashell.
Does everyone have?
Oh, so all you hear is a bing, bing. Yeah, that's good.
Did they have tomorrow? Only particularly today?
You can't do much, right, with that. If there's this sound going on, then you can't fall asleep or you can't pay attention, concentration. It depends on, right? Some people can hear very loud, some people not very loud.
But why today?
It's all the time.
All the time, right? Not just only today. Oh, I thought he said, what's today night? He said tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight. Oh! Okay. I thought tonight.
How do you say that? Tonight? Tinnitus? Tinnitus.
Oh, I thought you said tonight. Okay.
Tinnitus. You don't never heard?
Tonight is like the Tonight Show.
Tonight.
Okay. Anyway, that's good. And that doesn't mean it is like particular, but not everyone like that. Usually, if you meditation 6 months, they said you go bathroom, eat time, just only relax there. Otherwise, you have to take 24 hours meditation. Then you can get the six months. They say you can get the karma body. Yes.
Can you get it in a longer time, like in a few years, if you
Yeah.
less than?
Yeah. Because those who really serious. But like you can do maybe like every day, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes meditation, like every day. You will be, it's possible. Pen relax do open. Madu book tangwa pen pa tang ti tang tende nishitashi balaya. Sem chen tuma tanga pa tanga do sem do. But chilo ke jabana ke ba nguma shine. Ke khojina make da chiki namru ke ba ke kha mago ke tende sem yabo te tawaji shona. And semne tambul do tares.
So, they're like a different level, right? So 9 stages, So the first stage, it says that, if you are able to concentrate on your breath, like the breathing out, breathing in. So if you can pay attention to that, like up to 21 times, that I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And so at that time, even if you hear all those sounds like, the sound of the human being or sound of a dog or animal or aeroplane or whatever sound you hear, you hear the sound, but you don't say, oh, that's the aeroplane sound. Then your mind is gone. If you hear that, but you don't identify as what kind of sound it is. So even if you hear that, but if you don't identify that, then you're still paying attention. Your mind is still on the focused on object, right? So if you're able to do that like up to 21 times without, identifying other objects or sound or whatever, then that means you have reached the first level. That's the sign of having reached first level.
Okay? Yeah.
So during that time in meditation, that sound, for example, would be the type of mind, if I'm trying to remember the term for it, where it's not cognized, but you hear it.
Mhm.
What's the term?
Yeah.
Or you use
It's
the-
Nalamanga, Nalamanga.
That's one, one.
The
No.
but appears, but not
It appears, but it's not.
Yeah.
ascertained.
That's right.
But the tendency like that is good, fun. Because right now when we talk to meditation, we heard the airplane is always airplane, or one car come in, someone talking. We recognize that, right? But that it doesn't bother you. But you can just, okay, now I'm bringing in, I'm bringing out, just only very focus that. There's MU 21 times without any, what's that? Losing count. Not only count, you just very focus that. It makes you of first level. Okay? Tatani je ta shine dwala ani shine ane tanda nyeba nga pongwen deje jese jere ani nyeba nga de pa daya ge chede shine jela nyeba nga pangko yore sinamji ta shiyong shane. Ani te panya gi ani ya chi te panya dang ani shine dewa ge tabjil ani deje jese den yore.
And so, in order to achieve the calm abiding, that you achieve calm abiding, through, it says that through abandoning the 5 faults and applying, the 8 recognitions.
Okay? 아니 당보대 아니 레로들이 다 레로하고 나 당도 곰자인도 레로들이.
So the first fault, that prevents one from achieving calm abiding is laziness.
아니 니바테 당아제바는 다 되고 장도 삼고다 도좀 되게 다 삼도도 제도 같으라 그래서.
The second, is forgetting the instruction. Like you are instructed to do this, do this, do this. If you forget it, then you won't be able to do that, right? You won't be able to follow. So second, fault is forgetting the instruction.
somebody 아니 시와도 개바들이 신고도 시와도 개바 시와도나 당아서 니 거는 개바나 밑에 제도 같으라 그래요.
And then the third fault, is mental thinking and mental excitement. Like the thinking is, where you fall asleep, you become everything very dull and you kind of fall asleep. And excitement is like hyper, you're getting all over the places. So your mind is going all over the places. So if you have that too much of mental thinking or mental excitement, then that is, that prevents you from achieving calm abiding also. So that's the third.
Thinking and excitement are together as the third?
That's the third, yes.
Third.
Yeah, together as a third. So those two as a third fault. Yeah.
아니 somebody 시와데 시고 쇼웨체 아니 니보 맞는 샤샤바이나 되니바 자는 그래서.
And then, and then the fourth fault is called a non-application. So when you have mental thinking and mental wandering, and at that time you are supposed to apply antidote, to not have that, right? So if you don't apply antidote, then that becomes a fault. So that's a non-application. It's the fourth fault.
아니 나와다 다 시고 쇼고 매와이나 아니 시고 그녀보 때셔 버터레스. 시고 매와이나 다 시고 그녀보 때나 그녀바 자는 그래서.
And then the fifth one is called the application. So when you don't have mental wandering and thinking, you don't have to apply antidote, right? So even if you don't need, and when you apply antidote, then that becomes fault. So the fifth one is application.
어텔라 아니 니방가라 그래서.
So those are the 5 faults.
다 보면 되지 제세대 아니 당보 배나 띵인들 나 대바고 그래서.
And then the 6 recognitions. The 8 recognitions. The first one, is the faith. Yeah? The faith or kind of a belief, like belief, in the qualities, in the excellent qualities, of calm abiding or concentration. So that kind of faith.
아니 뒤질라 아니 띵인데 돈이 대바고 그래서.
And then you have to have the aspiration. So second, is the aspiration to have calm abiding.
아니 띵인들 아니 돈이 왜 존재용 그래서.
And then you have to have an effort, striving to achieve that calm abiding or concentration.
아니 띵인들 용화 제대 아니 틱은 저거 시신세대 시장 돼 와서 요 대고 대나 띵인들 돈이 왜 그러고 돈이 제가 왔어.
And then there's the plancy, right? The physical and mental plancy that comes from making or from striving to achieve the karma abiding.
아니 선바로와 이 시와되는 템바고 그래서 템바.
So 존도체라 존도 되고 신장제 때문에 nga바 잘하단 말이야. So that's the fourth one, right? And then the fifth one, is
템바.
And then the fifth one, is mindfulness or remembering, recollection. I think maybe recollection, like remembering, right? So you're not supposed to forget, the instructions, for achieving karma abiding, and so having that mindfulness or recollection, of remembering the instruction.
왜 가르쳐줘? 화면이나.
6, right?
Yeah, we're on the sixth one.
Yeah.
다 뒤 가라 아니 지금 인디네고 그래서 갔나. 아니 쇼고쇼도 년번 대셔보다 년번도 몇시 반이가 내고 그래서. 대내와 나는 제자는 그래. 아니 대니가 예바 나라에 되게 그래. 아니 띵에도 되발라 고야 나라 되게 그래.
And then so that's the 6, right? So 7 and 8 are application and non-application. So
We didn't do six.
알레.
6, correct.
알레 치드 두발 치대. 아니
땡긴지는 좀
시즌 그럼
좀배치 남과 제반 예반인데
네.
대년부 템바스라
대만
템바양 미템바
안다 시즌사대 땅이 줘 시즌이 샤라시다게 듣고 그래.
지금 미네지 뭐라 요래도
시즌사대. 땅에 돼.
템바지라.
템베이자 시즌.
So after the mindfulness or the recollection, then remembering, is the instruction, then is the introspection. So introspection, is like spying the mind, so it doesn't fall. It doesn't fall from its concentration or get distracted, to the obstructions.
다 띵도 배나 저러서 배나 니 배나 고들었단 배나 여기 배나 나도 배나 갑들 라파가 숨 대형 담보 숨파 요건 놈도 땅에 되때 배나 라보 숨게 되겠다 쳔베게 돼 숨을 왔어. 아니 담보 숨한테 다 아니 가로 신화도 개판매 왔지. 신화나 팔혀도 그래 개판나 반도 때문에 담보 지섬 아니 지 살차당 남편이가 담보 지섬 다 시정의 야때 요건도 문데 봤다고 또 별로 숨라고 용도 왔어. 시정 써야 돼. 그 땅에로 왔대. 알레 그 누신 요로 와. 요매 그 요건도 문데 땅에서 나와.
And so in the introspection, is the mind, that checks on a mind whether it's, falling away, or is it, paying attention or not. Like when you are holding a cup, with a hand, so the making sure that you hold it, right? Hold it tight, like hold it tight, so it doesn't move. And then, so then if you, that's like a mind, if it's moving or not, the one that checks whether it's moving or not, and that's like the introspection.
다저 꾸들라 따와인 바치 미게 따와치 따와도 미게 세워지 봐 뭐도 뭐네 그도 비타다다다 지금도 메시나 따와나 지금 통하지 대따다 레근도 먼저 대따 시정 따기 어려웠어.
And so like you're paying attention, you're focusing on the statue here, right? So when you're focusing on the statue, your mind is focused, on the statue, right? And you're holding it really clear, like very clear as like, like very crystal clear. And then the mind, which look at the mind, whether you're paying attention or not, or whether you're focusing or not, is the introspection.
Okay. 다들 곰 대위가라야 개와다 먹이외심라 배나 개외심라도 나처럼 심축사는 축조고 말해. 샘근데 제선은 밑에 제로 조금 말. 개 개와 먹이와 강강도 좀 맞다. 된디기 신의 디부가라 임부바 치를 하나 먹고 요래.
So when you're meditating on karma abiding and focusing on like a statue, an object, at that time you are supposed to only, focus on the statue. So the only thing you have to have in your mind, is the picture of the statue. That's all you need, and anything other than that is a distraction. Whether it's a virtuous thought or non-virtuous thought, both of them are distractions. So you should not have any of the thoughts.
뭐네 샹바다 이제 돈에 겁나 심축사를 된다고 말해.
So at that time, if you are thinking about loving kindness, compassion, or emptiness, then you are distracted.
그래가 다 오늘 다 들리도 다 샘내 근고 그래. 샘내 거와도나 다 되는 좀 그래.
And so like that, there's 9 stages or 9 settings of the mind. And when you come to the 9th setting, then that time you have achieved the calm abiding.
아니 당보라 아니 샘 족바.
So the first one is called setting the mind, right?
아니 니발라 전에 족바.
This is a continuous setting.
아니 숨발라 아니 레디 족바.
And the third one is called like a patch-like setting.
녀런 족바.
And then closed setting,
아니 도브레 셰바.
subduing,
쇼레 셰바.
pacifying,
넘버 쇼레 셰바.
thoroughly pacifying,
찌찌데 셰바.
single-pointed.
녀런 족바 거와래.
And then the third, absorption.
그래서 아니 제와 감네 아니
mental absorption
아니
is the 9th one.
제와 감네 lep테면 아니 시고용고에서 말이야. 와도 개바디 용고도 용도에서 말.
So when you're in the 8th setting, then that time from there one, you will not have any mental sinking and mental excitements.
다 딘디 그와 lep테고 걸라 다 주냐마 샤도 다 냐바 조카는 샤자 가세 샤자 조 추수 니만이 추든지 답자 조 데드 토고다 샘진 죽어요 말다.
So then when you are on the 9th setting, then you can focus on the object without any difficulties, without any distractions, for as long as you want,
왜?
like 24 hours.
그거 다 대진에 다 되니 바신이 된가니 아니 그 리듬 시장의 대화지 맨날 릴당 더 샘그 시장의 대화 말하게 대진하니 신의 좀 그러다.
And then through that concentration, through that full concentration, when you achieve that physical and mental plancy, or ecstasy or plancy, then that time you have achieved the calm abiding.
아니 되게 고매섬 찾다. 다 좋은 데서 말 고매섬 찾아 주지.
And then your mind is no longer a desire realm mind. It becomes a higher realm mind.
오케이. 다 되고라 봐. 다시 리듬 시장도 가는데면 다 총소 다 찾아 짜요 하고 말어. 간소 빼나 짜 단다 샤자바나 샤자가 락바 참문 곳이나 초 말어 일래 그랬어. 된다 오용 그랬어. 다 총소 소kan 나와나.
So the feeling, is difficult to describe to you because you all have hair. Maybe you can. So like when when your head is like very when you shave your head, right, and then it feels very cold, and then you place a warm hand on the head, you feel the bliss, like the feeling, the feeling that you get. That's like the ecstasy, the plancy.
그리고 아니 딘디 리듬 시장 대화 딘디 대화도 가디 인전 대화나 냠바죠 대도 채말 딘디 대화도 가디는 다 띵인데 신이 또 버리시네.
And so when you are able to induce that kind of plancy, of the feeling of the bliss, of the physical and mental bliss, through not just like that, but through concentration, through meditation, and that time then you have achieved the calm abiding.
다 딘디게 신의 띵하는 야 이들 빠져버지네. 다 째버지네. 아니 째더비도 나래 하지 다 간도는 한동세 돈도 그랬어.
And so once you have been able to focus on that object, like single-pointedly for as long as you want, and then with that focus on the object, then you analyze about that object and the reality of that object, whether it's exists from its own side or not, and so forth. So when you do that, that's called special insight.
배나 리셉션에 배나 간도 남시 타오지나 배나 공다 배나 이거를 배나 기후야치도 처럼 너로 로메와치 철로를 베기 락바치듯이 수벌 잡나 가서 소화가 일래가도 된다고 시 용거에서.
So also like the feeling, like when you're in the night, of the summer, very hot summer night, you're sleeping and it's very hot, and you sleep with the windows open, and then you feel this like cool breeze coming from the window through the window, and then it hits your body, and you feel like very pleased, right? So that kind of feeling.
다 딘디 데벨라 단단간도 아니 니방아 보면 제때 바스 야 텔레 데모 탑시 셴바드래요 요레스 아니 배나 톱 줄라 때네 신인데 접도 그래스.
And then that's one method, right? So one way, to achieve calm abiding is through abandoning the 5 force and applying the 8 recognitions. Or there's also another way, there's by applying the 6 powers.
그러와 아니 투비탑, 삼비탑, 젬비탑, 시진이탑, 손지 답 아니 그리고 생지팁 답사에 들어왔어.
So that's like the power of
잼비
hearing.
잼비 답라고. 잼비 답. 그거 담아든 잼비 답.
So the first one is the power of hearing, power of contemplation, sampeto,
아니 잼비 답,
and then the power of remembering,
시신지 답,
power of introspection,
아니 손지 답,
power of effort,
아니 잼비 답.
the power of inducing.
아니 내가 때네 단다 샘의 거와 디파라파라도 샘추디 바탄 도솔라 때네 아니 샘도 도요. 단데 시다 당가도 되져요나 데르데 시제 공고요. 소소와데 레그레스.
So if you have so anyway, so you can apply these six, also in the nine settings of the calm abiding. So if we have time, we should go through one by one all of these. Then you can get the feeling.
그러와 다 나중에 될라더니 예제 접접서세 다 예제 절라더니 접거려서 하죠.
And then also the other way, to achieve calm abiding is through applying the four correct assumptions.
그러와 어디다 접tin 주바 아니 체칭 주바 아니 제바 매버린 주바 생지팅 주바 되는도 어떤도 신의 접접스
Call
이제 좀 되다셔 되거든도
말은 되가래, 배적가래.
남남나셔
남나죠.
근데 쇼다 자다 이 주자니 스텝전도 많이 쇼치 봐야나
야단.
주자니 스텝제
아니 저거 말아. 저거 다 제정을 하래라.
좀 되다셔
Anyway, so also it's and in the liberation in the palm of your hand, it talks about like the four correct assumptions to achieve.
근데 접전에 딱 그러고 깔리지 않는 주바세요 서로. 다들 육 먹어야. 먹어대, 오케이. 다들 당도 검자한다. 당도 검자셔 왔어. 다 검자해야 됐다면 당보셔서 이틀한데 고도 마셔야 된다. 누수 있어.
So now we're going to do the meditation. The purpose of having the statue there is so for you to focus on the statue there. Okay.
진짜 나도 시당 검자다 만보요래. 다 신의 좀 삼발라. 아니 수업 같은 적이나 아니 배나 도도 디기틀레 문에 검자가 요래.
And so there are many different ways of achieving calm abiding through focusing on different kind of object. The non-Buddhist practitioners they usually like just focus on a piece of rock or a piece of wood. But in Buddhism, we are encouraged or advised to focus on Buddha statue for a purpose, for a special reason.
가나 산지 꿀란제바나 산지 끌라테 손은 못 속사가네 대치 이때 손그레지.
And so that's because if you look at the Buddha statue, then you create merit, by looking or thinking about the statue.
오케이. 아니야. 어머니는 미네야 아니 신의 들어요래.
You can also achieve calm abiding by just focusing on any kind of object, like a piece of rock or a piece of wood.
다야 누르치는 산지 꿀란 누시 따네야 접다죠. 다 때만에 받지 수수고 문좀 될래야. 아니 덤베 그 추주시 좀부터 아니 대어 혈게 나버려서 될라테니 곰르다. 야 차대 수수고야. 또 니가라야 산지 그 좀도 될라테니 곰르다 요레스.
And so you can just focus on the statue, this bronze statue here on the table. You can just focus on that, or you can also imagine a statue of a Buddha on top of your crown, or you also at your heart. You can just visualize a Buddha statue at your heart and just focus on that. Don't lose the focus on that. Just keep on paying attention to that only.
오케이. 아니야 가시 곰자들라 배나 이게 혼라트는 곰자당 요레스.
And then also you can visualize a syllable like a letter hum.
아니 본복을 웃으라 이게 알라트는 곰자 그래서.
in the Burn tradition, shamanism tradition, they usually visualize a letter, a syllable A.
다들이 곰가 가르 곰 다랑 가디나 무바치로 곰 녀리 데린달라 곰 비산이 곰나네 신는 거 말해.
And so you have to be consistent, with the object, of your visualization or object, of your focus. You have to be like, focusing on one object all the time until you achieve, that concentration. Because otherwise, if you visualize one object today and tomorrow, next different object tomorrow, then you will never achieve calm abiding.
아니 되네 다 당부 신의 세던 가서 시다 미글 더버다 샘 일을 더버이나 다 당부 샘난 고야 치대 아니 미글 따고 요래서 꿀었다.
So of course, calm abiding, is all in the mind, right? It's your mind, subduing your mind. So being able to like focus, with your mind. But at the beginning, it helps, if you just look at the statue or object, precisely at the beginning with your eyes.
오케이. 다 두시나 곰제베 갈라 당가서 녜마가 가서 단데 담데 임바데 시마도 고발래 거래서 저도 곰대 잡도 형성다다. 갈래 전에 즉 샘나사 즉 샤르다바치 세오메오를 텔라 신와라 그래서 시와.
So when you're looking at the statue or trying to concentrate, your mind is not very clear about the object, right? It's there, but it's not really clear. That's the mental thinking.
제장도 깝대 숨만 놓치고 쇼슈는 콜라 숨도 담보이 삼고 그래서 아니 시중에 빠 요마신 중공도 같아.
Your grip, of the object with your mind is not that strong. You have to hold it really tight and strong.
다 대만이 맞지 뒤시발래 다 거바들나 제도를 다섬 제는 라니 알리 셴바이 너한테 내샤시다 개바서 내샤셔들라고 와 아니 이를 셴바 샹지 무슨 돈이 겁나 집발 라셴바 꾸셴바 물해나 집발 암조 지거나 집발 셈양로 그래서
And then not holding your mind strongly on that object and letting it sway here or there, and that's the mental exciting. So like mental exciting is related with attachment. So when you're supposed to think about one object but your mind thinks about other things that you're desirous to, so you have a desire of that object, and then you think about that, and then that's becomes like a part of attachment. And so if your mind goes away from your object of focus, any kind of other things, even if it's like bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion, emptiness, whatever it is, that's a distraction. So that's a mental excitement.
오케이 당도 검자게 다스 question.
When we meditate on a Buddha or a deity on the crown of her head or at the core of her heart, which direction is the Buddha facing? Is he facing this way or
No, this way. Same thing 나도 집어다 그랬어.
Same as same as the direction as yourself. So if you're sitting here, so the Buddha is facing there also.
That makes it a little harder because I have to visualize the Buddha kind of backwards.
No, back 말해. 소소 대단치만 소소 강을 옆삼다. 제 보다 카파고서는 소소 마드고는 카파 애들이 베콜롱도 그러서.
So if you're visualizing on top of the crown, then it should be facing same direction.
Yeah.
But if you're visualizing in the front, in the front, and then of course facing to you. But if you're visualizing here, then Buddha facing back, that looks even more strange.
So it's just harder for me to
So it's
see the Buddha
yeah.
from that angle.
Yeah.
So but if you're
돈을 굽는 되게 그래.
so in that case, then you can visualize in the front, not right on the top, but in the front.
Okay, so that's what I want to clarify. So if it is above, it's always your direction.
Yeah.
다 내려나 당보 지나서 또못 달라서 당고 그랬어. 인심지 차상 맞는데 바나 올라서 하더니 차라서 되네 꼬라 그렇지. 다 내내 이제 똥백그 주보 자신이 맞인데 가와나 꼬라 좀 당초 그렇던데.
So now first you can start from the head, from the forehead, and then to the whole face, and then don't go down to the shoulder, the arms, then the chest, and then bellies, and then the leg like that. You can go. So you can just focus on one part, just at the beginning you can focus on one part only, and then you increase, that parts, just not just the head, but to the shoulder, and then to the arms and the chest. So you can go around. Sometimes you can just focus on the chest. Sometimes you can just focus on the arms. So you can go around, any part of Buddha's body.
당보 먹다니 야보지다. 아니 먹마 좀 따다 용도 있다. 야 먹체다. 야 먹도 두자. 아니 되네 가래 전에 아니 먹마다 나가서 따다 삼라 telling you, sozo part, sozo gasa, ngazo sozo gasa, sozo parjana, Lord Shagi was.
So you have to be able to visualize just like you see it. So first you open your eye and look at it, and then close your eyes and then imagine that. So see if you can imagine just like you saw or not. And if you cannot, then open your eye again and then try to look at it clearly, and then close your eyes. And then if you have a clear picture of that, then that means you have a good visualization. If not, then open your eyes again and then see it clearly, and then close your eye and then visualize again like that. So like so the picture of someone you love, like your loved ones, you can never forget it. You can see the picture very clearly. So just like that, you should be able to see the picture or the image of the Buddha in your mind.
Okay. Okay, 다 검자한다. 상한소 검바지 까마 주정하지 하긴다.
Now you can meditate on for 15-20 minutes.
Okay. 다 누우시네.
10-15 minutes.
Too tired? 검자거든. 검자는 것도 똑같이 깨게 말해.
You have to meditate. Without meditation, you will not be able to generate realizations.
Okay. 도저는 양 담보될 miktaani, yaa mikdo maa tsum, taa amjogo dhaa kona taa ngalai ba, ane semyaan tere taa, ane ngando jendu joba, leden joba yaa jo tukku go yoriswa.
So then you visualize, right? You visualize, or you focus on the object, and if you hear some kind of sound, and you say, oh, if your mind goes, oh, that's the sound of aeroplane, or that's the sound of a person talking outside there, like that. And if your mind goes, then your mind is distracted. And now you have to recognize that, oh, that's it. Then you bring back your mind back to the object again. So that's what we call like patch, like patching your mind, patch like setting.
Yes.
When we're visualizing the merit field, and let's say we're, is that visualization supposed to be as clear and as
What? 그리고
소신 검도근에 대해 세부 공부를 했어요.
세우고 그거는 연하 세우고 그랬다. 근데 내가 세우 용토만 도.
Yes, of course, it has to be very clear, as clear as possible. But for beginners like ourselves, it becomes hard at the beginning.
Because if we're supposed to practice combining with one image and then we create a merit field that has, let's say, Lama Tsongkhapa and surrounded by all the, is it okay, because you're practicing those differently and trying to get clarity and brightness in those?
그래, 나 지금 완전 진행 검도근에 찍 검네야. 나 소신 늘 써다 와이나. 안 가보지 그랬어.
제가 시당 신의 도와도 신발 거는 양서 가서 샘 보더라 봐. 정말 나 곰고 그랬어. 신발도 곰고 그러 봤어. 나 신의 도와가 뭐 받지라 다 단달라야 돼. 곰세대 빠진 안도양 변나 문천에 변나 주든 유탑에 나와 가지고 곰 될라가 그러었어. 나 당가도 들이 곰에 들으면 와인다. 나 내려오지 샘내 곰리 시즌에 가리 곰바는 소정 곰바는 고곰바는 제나 아니 샘내 밥 곰리더네 아니 좀 때문에 작으러 왔어.
So the purpose of doing that, is to habituate your mind, with the object of the merit field or whatever you are visualizing. Of course, if you like in the case of meditating on a karma abiding, to achieve karma abiding, like if you're doing an intense practice, for like 5-6 months, to achieve karma abiding, at that time you're supposed to only, focus, on object. So if you do other things, so like there's like a session and post sessions. So during the post session, you have to do what you are supposed to do, other commitments, whether we have rata.
Yeah.
So during the meditative, the session, then you only do whatever you're practicing on, and then that you just do that one, And otherwise, if you do it all together, then of course, you'll never get to one well. So, but that's in that case, in the intensive practice case, But in our case, we don't have that opportunity, to do the practice intensively, spending all that time to do the practice. And so what do we do is whatever we can do. So, and right now we're trying to meditate on karma abiding by focusing on the Buddha statue. So just do that for whatever time that allows us to do. And then later when we have to do something like that. So in our case, it's really difficult to gain the realization in that way. But by doing whatever we're doing now, we habituate our mind, towards the object of the merit field, or the object for karma binding.
Okay, now we're not talking, okay? Do the meditation. And because if you lost the object, again, try to be very clear, stable, strong. If you have to look, you can look. Close eyes, look again. Close eyes, look again. Okay. Can you do 1 second without losing your image? 1 second? Yeah. Red? Kana nganzo yung do was. Chik thong da wa da chik seo shara minga chile do tele shinwa la gare da. And shinwa thara ma bo yore.
So, sometimes we look at the object, but the object is not very clear, right? Even though you're looking at it or you're seeing, you're trying to picture the image just like you saw with your eye, but it's not very clear. That's the mental thinking we're talking about. And so, of course, sometimes we think, oh, it's very clear, but sometimes we even don't realize. So there's a different level of mental thinking. The subtle ones are even difficult to see that as a mental thinking.
Okay. And ta goba said the kanji mi ban dele jeng mi ba jemba jeng jeng yo tele goba la res.
And then the mental excitement, or mental wandering, is mind wandering from, the actual object. So anything else, the mind goes to is a wandering.
Mano de sam de gola ya komjo de gola ya. Hoda ye shamba jing ngubo shamba ji le hong do te goba cha.
So any object that appears to your mind, other than the object that you're focusing on, that's a distraction. Did you get that when you were trying to meditate? Did you get all kinds of objects?
We think about like that, we try to that, but other objects just come up there.
So at that time you have to recognize that and then immediately bring your mind away from that other object and then bring it to your object of meditation. So you can familiarize with that. You get familiarized with that. So when you are familiarized with that, then it becomes easier to put or have your mind sit on that object.
Okay, can you do that at home also? To try to do this much you can. Okay, can you same tempo chant same tempo jana shumanga kare kokono same kokono.
And so and that when you're able to do that, when you're able to get the calm abiding, then your mind becomes very stable. Then when your mind is stable, you can turn it any direction you want to. So if our mind is not stable, then we can't turn our mind towards what we want. It's the outside thing that turns our mind, not us. It's something else turning our mind.
Okay. Today, Shini said the Dub Savannah and Lega Karina, pen tap the Ushu as a country. Namno Marta. The top person is using the
So once you have achieved calm abiding, then everything becomes very easy. Meditating, studying, everything becomes very easy. Not saying that I have that. I'm just saying what is said in the text.
Okay, I don't have any idea, but the text explains like that. Therefore, we try to right now today we look at the statue. It's really familiar at the statue. Then you don't need the statue there. You take the picture at your mind, the statue, and take it with you everywhere. You can meditation everywhere, anywhere. And I try to every day one subject. Meditation like 5-10 minutes. Then maybe 1 month you become some stable person. Maybe it's possible. Otherwise, we do a lot of memorize, a lot of practice, a lot of prayers, but doesn't really change our mind, right? Sometimes, we do more practice, more pray, then we become more angry person, more, ego person. Then someone say, you're wrong. Someone say, you're doing wrong. Then immediately, I'm not wrong, I'm doing that. Even, if I'm not saying bad things, there's one of the local person I'm saying who are that. He's going to his walk, but he go to bathroom half hour. You stay bathroom half hour. Then the owner, so what are you doing in the half hour gone? Then he said, I'm going bathroom. Then he said, then half hour, what are you doing? You're lying, you just hanging there. He's just hanging there. He's not going bathroom there. He doesn't want to do his job. Too tired. He just hanging in the bathroom. He said, you're lying. He said, I'm Buddha, I'm not lying. But he used to, he really lie. He's just hanging there. They say, someone say, you guys, they say, I'm Buddhism, I'm not lie. I'm good, but something happened. Therefore, you can read the book, how to say, Liberation on their section, the Kamabari has a very clear, also more detail there. More things. Try to meditation like that. Sometimes His Holiness always say, you read book 1 hour, you meditation 20 minutes, big difference. He said, you meditation 20 hours, much better than you read 1 hour your book. His Holiness said that. Because you read the book 1 hour, doesn't much change your mind. You meditation 20 minutes, it makes you a big difference in your mind. Yes.
Do you mean meditation on what you've been reading, or just Kamabari?
Any Kamabari or bodhicitta, compassion, that means not all one, but you can meditation, compassion, bodhicitta, any kind of subject like that. Dead impermanent, we just read about dead impermanent. It's, oh yeah, this, yeah, die, or everyone die together, yeah, no one's life. Or something, we just read that.
So meditate on what you just read, rather than just some different topic.
Yeah, different of any topic. Like, example, we say, okay, I'm going to recite the Golden Sutra one time. It's not, we not talk about that, they're not benefit. Of course, there are a lot of benefit. But you can meditation, 20 minutes meditation, compassion, bodhicitta, lamikana, anything. His Holiness said there's more power. It not means that Golden Sutra are not powerful. Because it changes your mind. Right? Therefore, Tibetans recite it always mala, Tibetan palama, so always mala. The mala is also the big hole here. How you say?
Oh yeah, where?
Yeah. It really happen. Yeah, it's all really happen. They always do that. It's complete, they cut here. Therefore, there's a nyomo message, semo said. I don't know what it said.
So instead of wearing off your delusion, you wear off the beads.
Are you just wearing on your nail?
Yeah. Therefore, this has happened. The meditations, I'm not meditation. I'm not saying I'm a meditation person. But His Holiness always, even he said, now we need to study. Usually the monastery, we don't meditation like hold together. Even he said, you the puja time, maybe 5, 10, 20 minutes to everyone to silent to the meditation. He give the instruction for 1 to minutes. Sera. I don't know if they follow or not. Therefore, even His Holiness do practice 5 hours. He said, all of a sudden it takes 5 hours. He's not reading, just try to finish all the stuff, take 5 hours. Read the meditation. I think same as we do now the foundation good quality. You read the first verse, then meditation. Verse, meditation. Or you read whole together, then you meditation. Because you already all the time you can memorize the meaning, not words. And you can memorize meditation the meaning. Right? Therefore, meditation I think very important. Also His Holiness always say, the problem is we have not Kamabari, therefore we don't get any realizations. Everyone has a knowledge about Buddhism, about how to purify our negative karma, or but we don't really practice. Okay? Try to meditation like maybe 5 minutes every day. Just check series. Okay? The subject is like that. You hold the cup tight, then looking for the, you bring something, you're looking, okay, it's correct or not. Like complete full tea. Be very careful, right? Even you're very careful that you don't looking, you don't know. Maybe you fall, right? Therefore, if you hold the knot tight, also dangers you lose. Therefore, you hold tight, then looking the eyes. Okay, I'm taking this away. Put the ear, right? Like that. You looking the object tight, also very 세워서나 세차다 말차니가 이거 그랬어. 열라 세차 말차니가 요나 아니 뭐야 보는 거 들어봐.
So you need steady and also clarity. Support steady and clarity.
Okay? It's also not taught to too long. It's very clear time, stop, try again. Very clear time, try to stop again. Otherwise, very clear then for sleep. Okay? Yes.
So are we supposed to then practice alternately, calm abiding and then do, like for instance, the meditation that we did on the foundation of all good qualities, when you go through verse by verse and you're visualizing the merit field and receiving,
Yeah.
the blessing, that seems very different than.
Yeah, the different, yeah. 대체당하고 듣는 배종치하고 튼튼하고 그러was.
So yeah, there you're changing the object. You're not focusing on one object only. You're changing. You're doing the whole visualization and the flow. So that's different. Yeah.
The 신의 대백qab라 안에 뒤qab라 미대 치는 제야요 말씀도.
So when you're doing the calm abiding, you only focus on one object. You don't change it at all. You don't change anything. You don't think about anything about that. There's no light coming or light absorbing and all these things like that.
The question though is that every day should you be doing both, some calm abiding and then some.
미야. 대문진데 맨날 상지부 쌤 겁나 되게 찌빠르대. 야 이제지 그 공부해요 말was. 가래 겁나 이쁘나. 맞아. 고매도 예리가 내 찍공부. 내 찍 연습부터 공부. 신의 들어봐이나? 내 찍의 연습부 공부.
So if in the case of calm abiding, if you want to develop calm abiding, then you should only meditate on one object. So it can be bodhicitta, it can be emptiness, but it has to be one object and just focus on that.
Okay? But you can do also other, of course, meditation, other things. But calm abiding, you are always, always only one object. You change it today, tomorrow you change it, next week change, then it doesn't work. Yes.
Please explain, so let's say I want to do a calm abiding session, and I pick a short mantra like Om Mani Padme.
No mantra.
Okay.
No much.
No. Or you can say, only you can say Om Mani Padme, just you focus there. Also this makes you mantra, It's not, 신의 direction, 신의 direction 패도가, 샵때도 개 말쓰나, 야, 맨날 많이 찌볼는데 맨날 다시 누가 유지를 왔어. 많이 돼, 많이 잡히네. 가지 샘 신발 양 마셔지네, 가지 샘 다가로 된 찌봐요, 조지로.
Yeah, maybe you can just concentrate on Om Mani Padme, right? So just think about Om Mani Padme only, like only the mantra. Whatever mantra that you're doing, just think about that mantra only, and then don't let your mind go around and think about other things. Just let it think, about that mantra only. Maybe then that way also you can achieve calm abiding.
대 용거였어. 이나야 남도 지어라 봤나. 나사 다이어트 치는 멜란도서 되게 치는 말했어. 대용 되게 양 로탄데 뭐 말했어.
So yeah, but it's not like for other reason, like say, I'm going to recite medicine Buddha mantra for good health. Like, in order to get cured from certain kind of disease, I'm going to recite medicine Buddha mantra. It's not like that.
다 미신의 데벌 샘당도 깔아자고 있어.
So in order to achieve calm abiding, you have to work with your mind. Not just like reciting mantra, but your mind is going somewhere else. Then that doesn't help.
Okay? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
The question is, how do you do calm abiding on like bodhicitta? Do you think about compassion, think about enlightenment? I mean, how do you do that?
그래서
장주심 거라든지 장주심 거로 가서 장주심기 때냐 가서 신의 염려 가르쳐 그랬어. 신의 가르쳐 공부 그랬어. 장주심기 때문에.
다 대양 장집 샘랑 sombutan shanchub sem chubo 다른 sombutan 아니 얘네 얘네 같은 것도 텔레비전에 고마요.
아동원 전화드려다 죽음 샤거라. 나무 제검체.
제검신 죽음.
되는 죽음 랩서 가서 되는 거다.
또 미바 들어가라 밑에. 미바 담보시단단 전에 고마 그 이거 조금 책으로 봤어. 아니 맞제금 책으로 봤어. 이 야보다네. 아니 죽음 책으로 따이 샹chub sem 다른 sombutan 셴바 스치를 마다 근데 semje 탐조지 양 담다 샹chub 장 그런 거 다른 sombutan 다당 양으로 그래.
So yeah, you can meditate on bodhicitta, for calm abiding, as the object of calm abiding. So of course, first you have to do the analytical meditation on bodhicitta. Oh yes, from remembering or recognizing all sentiments of your mother, and then you come to that point. You say, yes, I must achieve state of full enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. And then you set your mind to that. So then you just think about it. Don't think about all other things, but just think about that, and just leave your mind there only. I must achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. I must achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, like that. And when you set your mind to that, and don't think about anything, just think about that. Then you can use that as object.
제가 대단다 단당
So that will be like a stabilized meditation.
단다 꿀미보다 샘람보다 차가다 깔리카다 야요스.
And so it's harder, with the mind. So when you're focusing on a thought, that's harder than focusing on a physical object.
Okay? Yes.
How does a practitioner in retreat generate patience?
가서.
Practitioner in retreat.
If you're going to be meditating in retreat, is it possible for them to develop patience?
일단 3등이면 되더라. 나는 소변염을 가르쳐 버렸어.
다 저번에 제저라. 아니 저번에 나 공주님이 겁나. 아니 저번에 펜토거스 간지.
건너사기 매서 뭐.
아니 공주님이 조금 아니 저번 펜트 조금 아니 다고 저번 거는 배적으로 봤대. 저 오늘 지 온 다른 가도 쇼지 하고 고요더라. 오늘 샘나변 가서 독사나 지나 시기왕 가서 하고는 가서 사고 말아 왔어. 가서 오늘 공주선에 야보면 라거든 가도 단다 자샤 자는 자축 댕으로 톱톱이 말해. 그때 연애도 곰 연애도 곰나 고 저번 거는 배적으로 와.
So just like thinking, I'm not going to get angry, So if you don't think, I'm not going to get angry, then when the situation arises, you get angry very easily. But if you have thought about it, then you don't get angry easily. But you have really meditated on that thought, then when the situation arises for you to get angry, you don't get angry. So it's all in the matter of getting habituation, right? And so, it's like understanding if you eat poison, you will die. So it's, I should not eat poison. You have to think that like that. You have to think like, poison is not good. Poison may kill you, so I should not take poison. So then you will not take the poison. Right? You will be very careful not to take poison. So you have to train your mind. You have to train. So just like that, I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to get angry. So you have to habituate with that thought. So then when you have habituate with that, and when the situation arises where where somebody says bad thing or causes you to get angry, then you don't get angry.
대다시 안 공주님이 something
And so you have to think. So in order to think about that, why should I not get angry? If I get angry, I get this problem. I get that problem. So you think about all the shortcomings, of the anger. Then you will not think about getting angry.
아니 저배가 배양 공고 그래.
And then think about the benefits, of the patience.
아니 세제가 까딘 공고 그래서.
And think about the definite, the kindness of other sentient beings.
대제나 아니 샘제대 빙원이 동그랗고 공사도 말.
And so when you think about the kindness of other sentient beings, and then when they do something bad to you, you don't really get angry easily.
그래서 나도 쇼지는 나도 샘제까지 침을 나가요다. 나 소주 나고 그런 누구 죽을래나 나도 저 검도 검도.
So so our meditation on the thinking about the kindness of other sentient beings is not that strong. Although we say, sentient beings are very kind to us, very kind to us. We always say that, but then when somebody point, their finger on your nose, then you will get immediately we get angry. So that shows that we're not really thinking about the kindness of sentient beings.
근데 자외 전에 시전에다 당가신가 저래 봤나 밤마다 보고 바른데 왔대. 잠도 고루 사가 되나 샘디는 고루 좀 사고 말했어.
And so generally, when there is anger between parents and children, right? The children and parents, of course there's anger, and then they say, to each other, but they never hold that, bad ill will, in their mind, towards the child. The parent might, something say bad to the child, beat the child, but will not really hold that, grudge or ill will, against the child, or same, the child towards the parents.
가르나 티바라 제와 슈침을 하대. 제와 슈티가 고 심바고
So in general, but there may become some like particular cases where it is not true, but in general that's like that, And so the reason why like it's like that is because of their, affection and love towards each other.
That makes them fight more.
So not having that grudge, or ill will in their mind, even though they say bad things and maybe slap, here and there, but they don't really, hold that, the ill will in their mind. That's because of their love for each other. So that kind of love, of course, it is related with the attachment, but still, that love helps.
So the downfalls of anger, the benefits of patience and the kindness of others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay.
Plus, too, the types of patients still are practicing the mind only, right? They're not only when provoked. Like
That's right,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you're like, you're voluntarily taking upon the sufferings, so that's also patience, right?
Okay. Yes, Oscar.
Is, for study's sake, is shamatha the same as calm-abiding?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what's supposed to be, but I don't know, maybe different,
Do you heard the shamatha?
maybe in the Western world, and when you say shamatha, maybe there's a different connotation or meaning for that.
It's same?
Huh? Same?
Well, the definition seems.
It's like the samadhi and vipassana. What is vipassana? Wisdom, yeah. So actually it's wisdom, but vipassana here would be like also like concentration, right? One-pointed, yeah. That's what they think, but actually, it's like the vipassana is the special insight. And shamatha is the calm abiding, vipassana, is the special insight.
Okay? Okay, try to learn meditation, okay? Just check how they work. It's,
If someone prefers analytical meditation to the single-pointed, what are they missing out on that is detrimental?
analytical.
제금 주부체나?
지금 제가
제금 주부체 주금 맞아나? 가르친 게 말했어.
또 제가 말드네.
You won't have realization.
대가도 사이언스 지바를 건. 제가 단에 ngam 버려 그랬어. 이제 대 곰고 그랬어.
Same as the science, so they just analyze, they just do the research.
지금 뭐지 소 담보 자식 또 봐. 받아 줘는 데 되면 다만 님들가는 냠들 내한테 곰 잡선 거로.
뭐더 곰져서 곰 니어라. 제금
근데
곰
지금
니어라.
조금씩 그랬어. 담보 자식 또 봐. 받아 줘는 또 담바해다 다 조금씩 그랬어. 다 융고 공고 받 담내야. 안도 어떤 데를 갈라는 데가. 다만 안에 따때 곰 냠냠들 거로.
So at the end, you have to come to the stabilized meditation. You can't just do an analytical meditation. Analytical meditation is like you're familiarizing with the object. Oh, because it's like this, because like this, because like therefore it's like that. So when you come therefore like that, and then you focus on that, then you stabilize with that, and then through that, then you'll be able to gain realization. You come to like oh yeah, bodhicitta is very important, because they have been mothered, they have been very kind, and all these things. And you have to have love and compassion and all these things. And at the end, and so I have to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentients. So you have to come to that, and then you have to focus on that. You have to set your mind on that for a long, long time until you have that mind as like automatic mind, in your mind, and then that's when you gain the realization of bodhicitta.
But then you don't have to meditate on the object, you can meditate on that concept.
On the concept, yes.
야, 조금면은 조금 주고치 뭐라. 조금 곰자들어.
네.
조금 해가지고 조금 좀 땜보셔요 말이야. 아니 마치 미치 가갈랐나 그때 저렇죠 그랬어.
So the first, you analyze, then I say, oh yeah, it's like this, then it's really true. Then you come to the conclusion, it's because you have seen all the reasons why it is like that. And then it's very stable, it's very steady in your mind. And when somebody says otherwise, it doesn't move. But if you haven't done that and you just come to the, stabilized meditation only, and then when somebody says, oh really, oh what is like that, oh maybe that's not like that, then you get a doubt and it's not very stable, So it's good to do the analytical meditation first and then come to the, stabilized meditation.
Okay, now we stop. Okay, you can do the shortest march to you.
The shortest one possible. He was a Maripold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion, whatever direction the most precious teachings have not spread or once spread have declined. They reveal this treasure of happiness and aim. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be theirs for a long time. By even this great course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhists and their children, may all human and non-human beings so eliminate the vexing and past never be parted in any of their lives from the purest pathways. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they also be assisted by them, and may oceans of prosperity spread. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may our Tenzin Gaso Chenreze remain alive till samsara's end. Page 49. You who uphold the subduous moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading lineage to the victorious stuff, who massively accomplishes magnificent prayers, honoring the saints, hear myself, and the dedication prayers. Through this virtue, may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddhist state, place each and every sentient beings without exception in that precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Big may say, racing, dream make him pay one Gong Shen Kebe Urgyen Tsongkhapa Lo Sang Drape Shabla Soden. Thank you, Geshe.